How far would you go to protect your cat? Before college started, I had this dream where I'd be like the main character of those movies you always see on Netflix, finally get my first boyfriend, have a huge social life, have a bunch of parties with my rich friends on yachts. And my roommate Bella was the first introduction to my disappointment. At first, she was kind. Her wardrobe was all pink, soft brunette hair, always smelled nice, never gave me any reason why I shouldn't trust her. And after dozens of late-night deep conversations, she had a childhood so traumatizing that I can't even describe it without tearing up. And because of it, she just wanted to be kind to others. So after the first month, when she couldn't even get out of bed after her boyfriend broke up with her, all I wanted was to do everything I could to make things easier for her. I revoked the initial rule we had agreed on of one of us needing to tidy the entire room every day, and told her I would cover it. For weeks, I did all her grocery shopping. I even went to classes I didn't even take just to write notes on what she had missed. It was so much work that I even had to get my younger sister to help out, because I figured investing into our friendship meant investing into a lifelong friendship, something I so desperately wanted. But around Christmas break, things took a turn. She broke the rules and bought a ginger emotional support cat. Well, I love cats, so I had no issue with this. If anything, I supported it. But every morning, I would wake up to the smell of rotten milk, because Bella refused to buy a litter box, so the cat would pee all over my clothes. After a few weeks, I told Bella that if she didn't start taking care of it, I would report the cat to the RA. So for a while, she actually started getting her act together. No more moldy coffee left in cups beside her bed. No more being a full-time maid. But then came my breaking point, because when I came back from Christmas break, I couldn't even open the door because of how much BS covered the entire floor. And when I finally made it in, I vomited in my mouth. On the walls was cat pee that Bella had never cleaned. My bed was covered in period stains that weren't mine, and a boy I didn't recognize was lying right beside her smoking a cigarette. Bella, what the actual F? Shush, she interrupted. The cat is sleeping. Rage boiled my blood. When she wasn't looking, I took a photo of the entire room, cropping out the cat because I wanted to keep her LOL, and sent it to the housing office, practically begging to be relocated. But they just replied with a sorry, housing is full. That's when I knew I had to take matters into my own hands. I decided to take care of the cat because there were only a few months left, and I just wanted to make sure she was okay. I called the cat Miso and bought her kitty litter. I made sure the room was clean, and every night Miso would crawl onto my chest to purr and stroke her face against mine. Oh, so cute. I love her. So we were in the middle of our little oxytocin party when Bella looked over. What the F? I didn't know it could do that, referring to the cat. I nodded enthusiastically. Right, she's so cute. Here, let me bring her over. I then carried Miso over to Bella, expecting her to purr like she does with me. Instead, she immediately got her claws out and sprinted under my bed. It took everything in me to stop myself from bursting out laughing. Bella's face turned completely red. What the F? Shush! This time I was the one to interrupt her. You're going to scare Miso. That night I went to bed with a huge smile on my face, but when I woke up to feed Miso, she was gone. I shook Bella awake, and she turned over with a chaotic smile plastered on her face. Where's Miso? I asked, voice shaking. Oh, I put her down, she said with a smile. Panic ran through my body, and she continued. After all, there was clearly something wrong with her, because what kind of pet doesn't like their owner? I walked out, not wanting her to see me cry. I was ready to play the long game and get my hands dirty, literally. For every day until our lease ran out in June, I collected her trash bags and stored them in my sister's car that she never used. At the end of June, I told her that if she wanted her parents to come over, I would be sure to clean the entire room for her, and that crusty betch fell for it. Then came the big day. As she left to collect her parents from the airport, I filled the entire room with her old sanitary pads and tampons, the ones I had collected from our bin, all over her bed, the drawers, and the floor. The entire room smelled like fish carcasses that had been left in the sun for 10 years. When her parents came in, I hid in the maintenance closet. I didn't get to see their reactions, but I heard it. Her mom screamed at the top of her lungs. The dad gasped so hard I thought he was going to choke. I heard the door slam as they walked back out. I never saw Bella again, because her parents had deemed her as unfit to live alone and pulled her out of Yale. I thought that was that, like a ding-dong the witch is dead moment LOL, but I was wrong, because 3 days later I got a call. My sister was missing. Full story on channel, link below.